Hello, good morning everyone. I am Dr. Maria Therese Blanche Ortiz Santa Maria, and I will be teaching you today about environment safety practices in dentistry. So the following slides are taken from the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, the Environmental Management Bureau. So today, you will be learning about the proper handling and disposal of dental materials in compliance with the relevant government regulations. So, the Environmental Management Bureau of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources have the following Republic Acts. So, they have the Presidential Decree 1586, the Philippine Environmental Impact Statement System of 1978, the Republic Act 8749, the Philippine Clean Air Act of 1999, the Republic Act 900B, the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000, the Republic Act 9275, the Philippine Clean Water Act of 2004, and the Republic Act 6969, Toxic Substances and Hazardous and Nuclear Waste Control Act of 1990, and lastly, the Republic Act 9512, the Environmental Awareness and Education Act of 2008. So we will be discussing the Republic Act 6969. So this Republic Act is the toxic substance is about the Toxic Substance and Hazardous and Nuclear Waste Control Act of 1990. Management of industrial chemicals and hazardous wastes in all aspects of its life cycle, cradle to grave, generation, transportation, treatment, storage, and disposal is discussed in this Republic Act. So why focus on chemicals and hazardous waste? Because the global production of chemicals has increased from 1 million tons in 1930 to 400 million tons at present, and more than 20 million known substances are already registered in the market. About 100% different substances have been registered, and 10,000 are marketed in quantities or volumes. And there are certain chemicals that have caused serious damages to human and the environment, like the asbestos, benzene, trichloroethane, trichloroethylene. There are also incidents of some diseases which has increased. There are also persistent and becomes endocrine disruptor. So in this table, you will be able to see the different inorganic contaminants like your arsenic, asbestos, cadmium, lead, and mercury. So mercury is the one of the material used in amalgam. So the source of arsenic are your pesticides, ore, smelting, and refining. So the health effects are gastrointestinal disorder, lower limb disorder. So it can be through air and water. As for the asbestos, it is usually used in flame-resistant applications, and the pathway is air and asbestos. Asbestos can be inhaled, and there will be the side effect is asbestosis or the scarring of the lungs. So also cadmium is used in electroplating and in battery manufacturing, and the pathways are air, biota, water, and the health effect is joint pain, lung, kidney disease. For lead, it can be found in gasoline, batteries, solder, radiation shielding, so it can also be transported through air, biota, and water. And it impairs the nervous system and the red blood cell synthesis. For mercury, it can be found in electrical goods, switches, fluorescent bulbs, chloralkali plants, fungicides, limicides. So its pathway is in water and biota. And the health effect is the disorder of the central nervous system, psychosis, numbness, impaired speech deformity, and death. So we have to be very, very careful with mercury. So as for the organic contaminants, we have here the dichloro, dichloroDiphenyl trichloroethane. So it can be found in pesticides. So the pathways are water and food chain. So the health effects is bioaccumulates in fatty tissues, nervous disorders. And for the dioxin, so it can be found in various biocides. Its pathway is water and food chain also. And it damages the kidney, liver, and the nervous system. And it is a powerful teratogen and possibly carcinogenic. And lastly, we have the PCB or the polychlorinated biphenyls. So it can be found in hydraulic fluids. So its pathway is food chain. It can probably be carcinogenic, and exposure to this can cause chloracne, headaches, and visual disturbance. So I'll be showing you a lot of pictures which might gross you out because of the different health effects of the different contaminants. So one of which is the effect of arsenic. So you have like blisters around the surface, the skin. So this is the health effect of arsenic. And this is the health effect of polychlorinated biphenyls. So there will be chloracne like this, and liver cancer. Okay, so this one is the health effect of dioxin. So this is the Ukrainian President Viktor Yushchenko. So he suffered from extremely prominent facial chloracne after being diagnosed with dioxin poisoning in late 2004. And his diagnosis of chloracne was claimed by prominent toxicologist John Henry. So as he appeared here in July 2004, look at his face, it's normal. And as he appeared here in November 2004, he has suffered already from dioxin poisoning. So you can see the chloracne on his face. So this is in July 2004, and this is at present. So it's almost here, but the scarring is still there. So what is the current practice of recycling and treatment of hazardous waste in the Philippines? Um, the dental clinics in the Philippines are regulated by the DENR, and the different chapters of the different cities in Metro Manila and other municipalities in the provinces have been attending trainings with the DENR to facilitate recycling and treatment of hazardous and infectious waste from the dental clinic. So first, let's discuss RA 6969, which is the Toxic Substances and Hazardous and Nuclear Waste Control Act of 1992. So in here, the Department of Environment and Natural Resources have these two administrative orders. the DAO 92-29, which is the implementing rules and regulations of the RA 6969, and the DAO 0436, which is the procedural manual for hazardous waste management. So in Title 2 of the DAO number 29 series of 1992, management of chemicals and toxic substances are is discussed. So this one provides the regulation for all chemical substances that may pose threat to public health and the environment, whether through import, manufacture, sale, use, distribution, and disposal. On the other hand, the Title 3 Hazardous Waste Management Sections 24 to 31 provides for the regulation of all hazardous waste from generation, transport, storage, reuse, recycling, treatment, and disposal of waste. So, we will be discussing the hazardous waste management, and these are the symbols accompanying the label of each waste. So we have explosives, we have flammable solids, we have oxidizers, we have poisons, we have corrosive. So look at the label, and we have the infectious waste. So infectious substance look like this. So you will be able to see trash cans with logo like this, and you will instantly know that it's for infectious waste. So what are hazardous waste? So these are byproducts, side products, process residues, spent reaction media, contaminated plant or equipment, or other substances from manufacturing operations, and as consumer discards of manufactured products which present unreasonable risk and or injury to health and safety and to the environment. So these are substances that are without any safe commercial, industrial, agricultural, or economic usage and are shipped, transported, or brought from the country of origin for dumping or disposal into or in transit through any part of the territory of the Philippines. Okay? These are products which present unreasonable risk and or injury to health and safety and to the environment. So it can be characterized as toxic, as reactive, as ignitable, and as corrosive. Okay, so these are the different prescribed hazardous waste. We have plastic waste, acid waste, alkali waste, waste with inorganic chemical, reactive chemical waste, paints, resins, lattices, inks, and dyes, waste organic solvents, putrescible, organic waste, oil, containers, immobilized waste, organic chemicals, and miscellaneous waste. So, these are the types of hazardous waste as to form. So, we have the solid, the liquid, the slurry, and the gas.